So we're back with our second construction video that we're going to do today. This one is called perpendicular bisector. And so this construction starts with a segment. You can see I drew kind of a large segment just because I want you to be able to see what the construction is that we're doing and the markings that we're making. So again, you still have your notebook out. Label this one perpendicular bisector. Remember that bisector means you hear the word bi, so two. That means that it's going to divide this segment into two equal parts. Okay, so we're going to start again with our safety compass, and I think I can zoom, yes. Okay, we'll zoom in just a little bit. Remember, put that brass circle, that's going to go on the point. So we're going to put that on point P. I'm going to use two different colors for this so you can see what we're doing. Hold down on that white or clear circle with your hand, and then with the pencil. Now I'm not really measuring anything, I'm just kind of looking, eyeballing. I want my line or my arc to fall somewhere a little bit more than halfway. And I'm going to draw a really big arc, but I don't want it to go beyond this point here. So I'm just going to pick a point out here, and I'm going to do an arc, and that arc needs to come all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom, almost a semicircle there. Okay, now remember that spot, that measure right there, that space that we used, and I'm going to take this right here and flip it around, and I'm going to put that brass circle on the Q. Now I've got, this was my space here, but I want to switch color so you can see. So I'm going to switch to red. Now I am right-handed, so I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see. Hold down that white part securely, and then draw your arc. Again, almost a semicircle. And so now you can see that my blue arc, my first one, and my red arc, they intersect each other. And so if I take those points where they intersect, I'm going to use the straight edge of my compass to connect those points straight down. And now I have a perpendicular bisector, and the way that I would mark that is put that little box there to show that that's 90-degree angle, and then do one tick mark there, one tick mark there. Maybe we name this point M, and we could also then say PM, segment PM, is congruent to segment MQ. If we put another point up here like N, we could now say that PQ, segment PQ, is perpendicular to segment MN. So that is how we would do proper notation to show that we had just constructed the perpendicular bisector of PQ. What I'd like for you to do now is to draw another segment. I'm going to slide my paper up. Draw another segment shorter than the previous one, and let's name this one AB, and let's practice this one more time. So this time we're going to start at A. Remember, we're going to draw that initial arc a little bit more than halfway, but we don't want it beyond B because they've got to crisscross at the top. So I'm just going to pick a spot. This time I'm doing the red first. I'll probably just stick with red this time. Flip that around so that that brass circle in the center lines up on point B. Hold that white part down and then do your arc again. And now connect those two intersecting points. And then the last part is marking perpendicular, marking that it's bisecting, meaning that it's dividing it in half. And then if you were to write the proper notation for this, you could write, well, we have to put some information in here. Let's call that C, and the intersecting part of the segment will be D. So we could say that segment AB is perpendicular to segment CD. We could also say that segment AD is congruent to segment DB.